Hi everybody, welcome back to A Girl, Her Dog, and RV. Today's video is going to be some facts about Oklahoma because I seem to come here a lot and I will explain why. Also, I'm going to talk a little bit about Oklahoma State University and including Bartlesville because I've lived there, I have lots of friends there, I've worked there, and I do go back and visit quite often. And we will end this video with a little bit of meal prepping for my upcoming road trip out west. Well, let's go ahead and get started with a few facts about the state of Oklahoma. Oklahoma is a Choctaw Indian word and it means red people. Oklahoma became a state in 1907. It was the 46th state to be invited into the Union. But our first capital in 1907 was Guthrie, Oklahoma, and it wasn't changed to Oklahoma City until 1910. Hey, this is turning into a little bit of a history lesson, isn't it? Now for a little bit of trivia. The state animal is the buffalo, and here are some great pictures. These were taken out at Willow Rock near Bartlesville, Oklahoma, and special thanks to Shane Lainie for sharing these photos of the buffalo. The Oklahoma state bird is the scissortail flycatcher. Beautiful bird. I don't have a great picture to share with you, so I didn't include one here, but you can always Google it. And if you happen to have, just laying around, an Oklahoma state quarter, look on the backside and tell me what you see. That brings us to the state tree of Oklahoma, which is the redbud. It's not really red in my opinion. It's kind of like a violet or a pinkish color in early spring, and the leaves look like hearts when they finally bloom out into the summer. And last but not least, that brings us to the Oklahoma State flower and Oklahoma State wildflower. So the Oklahoma flower used to be the mistletoe until 2004 and they changed it to the rose. So here is a picture of me looking up at a mistletoe. So I believe, or rumor has it, that they changed the state flower because mistletoe is known as a parasite that grows on trees in abundance here in Oklahoma. And the state wildflower is Indian paintbrush. Before I finish this video, I sure hope to find a very large field that I can share some beautiful pictures with you. If not, you can Google that too. Look where we are. Go Pokes! And as I promised earlier, here are two of my favorite cities that I visit frequently in Oklahoma, Stillwater and Bartlesville. Riley and I came to Stillwater, Oklahoma, the home of Oklahoma State University, my alma mater, because two of my children attend school here. Riley has been enjoying being on the Oklahoma State University campus. This campus is gorgeous. Here is the Student Union, classroom building, the library, and Whitehurst, and used to be one of the old dorms. Right through there is Theta Pond. And on the other side of this garden area is what we call the Strip. Lots of bars, restaurants, pubs, but also where all the fraternities and sororities are located. Oklahoma State University ranks 157th in the top national universities in the United States. It was founded in 1890. Did you realize the state of Oklahoma wasn't even a state until 1907? But it was originally named Oklahoma Agricultural School. Tuition and fees aren't too bad for in-state, about $9,000 and $24,000 for out-of-state. And we have about 23,000 students that live on or near campus and about 36,000 students statewide. I love this part of campus, so I thought I'd just give you a view and a listen. Well, besides the fact that I went to school here and graduated, I have two of my three children that attend Oklahoma State University. So one of the reasons I come back frequently is to spend time with them. And one of my favorite restaurants to go to is Hideaway Pizza. Aren't these delicious looking? Every time we go, each one of us has to have our own pizza so that we can have leftovers for the next couple of days. As you can see, we all like different kinds of pizza, so there's no way we could share even if we had to or wanted to. While visiting my kids, I stay in my daughter's driveway. Luckily, she has a large enough driveway to host my Class C. And sometime before I head home, I always stop by the Walmart because they just have oodles and oodles of orange and OSU stuff, and I feel like I'm in heaven. Well, let's head on over to Bartlesville, Oklahoma, which is about a 2-hour drive from Stillwater, northeast. Bartlesville has so much to offer. It might be a small community, but it has a large heart and a large activity base. So Frank Phillips was the founder of Phillips 66, which today is combined with Conoco, so they're known as ConocoPhillips, had founded his company and headquartered it in Bartlesville. While in Bartlesville, I stay at my friend DG's shop, and as you can see, he allows me to park right up front and even has electricity available for me. I've taught middle school and high school in Bartlesville for many years, so when I'm back, I try to work at one of the schools that is close by the RV so I can walk because I don't have a car with me, and this happens to be one of the middle schools that I work at. Well, as I was walking to work or a friend's house or to an appointment, I would come across these buffalo, and it just reminded me it was a fundraiser, and area businesses, at least 32 of them, had purchased these buffalo and painted them in a creative way. I mean, so creatively, look, this one has disco balls. Bartlesville is such a neat town. I did put together a list of all the things that I like to see when I go to Bartlesville or that I like to share with my friends. But did you even know that Bartlesville is on the National Registry of Historical Places? Yes, that did happen in 1991. They have a downtown heritage trail filled with pictures and walking and exercise and filled with history. It's just fabulous. The Tom Mix Museum is in Dewey. The La Quinta Mansion is nearby, as well as Frank Lloyd Wright's only skyscraper happens to be in Bartlesville, Oklahoma. It's called Price Tower. And since Bartlesville was the home of Phillips 66, we have the Phillips Petroleum Museum, as well as Frank Phillips' home. He was the founder of Phillips 66, and his vacation home called Woolaroc. There is so much to see and do at Woolaroc, but I think the most impressive thing for me is the wildlife sanctuary or preserve that he has out there with all the buffalo and the zebra and just all sorts of animals that you would never expect to see in some country town of Bartlesville, Oklahoma. We also have the Wildlife Horse Sanctuary, which is, I think, one of the first two sanctuaries for wild horses in the United States. We also have a 1903 Santa Fe engine and depot. We have OK Mozart Festival. Oh, if you love classical music, you would love this festival. We have a Pathfinder. It winds its way all through Bartlesville. It's about 12 miles long, and it runs mainly along the Caney River. The kiddie park is pretty cool. The rides are only 25 cents each, and it employs teenagers, young ones like as young as 13 years old, to work during the summer to earn money. We have Osage Casino. Everyone loves casinos these days, but we also have Osage Hills State Park. Great for hiking and biking. They have camping, a beautiful stream out there. We also have those 32 buffalo that I was telling you around town. And last but not least, the Movie Star Tour. We've had a couple movies just in the last few years filmed right here in Bartlesville, and the residents have put together this really neat tour on what movies they were, who the stars were, where they lived, what they ate. It's kind of interesting, but the two movies are August, Osage County, and To the Wonder. So to conclude this video, I'm going to briefly talk about meal prepping. I made zucchini bread and chili spaghetti for my travels out to the West Coast. The reason I meal prep is there's times that I don't want to cook or don't feel like cooking or can't. So it's nice to be able to pull something out of the freezer. I started a little late in the game and recording, but I just wanted everyone to see what I was doing. I grated the zucchini and I'm following a Paula Deen recipe. So I'm just folding this over and I'm about to put it in a pan to bake. We'll see how it comes out. Oh, so delicious. I love zucchini bread, and because it has zucchini in it, it sounds like it's healthy. So what I do is I cut this up and I freeze them in individual packets. I put them in a baggie and then put foil around them. I do write on them the date that I made them and of course what it is, and I stick it in the freezer. So I do pile all this up nice and neat. Sometimes I put it inside another gallon-sized baggie just to make sure that it doesn't get freezer burn. But these freeze really well, and I feel like I'm getting some vegetables while I'm out on the road. So this next meal prep that I make is sort of like spaghetti. I make it like spaghetti with a hot sausage and extra mushrooms, but then I add beans and lots of chili seasoning. So it's like a chili spaghetti. I usually put it over just regular pasta, which is my favorite. However, I've started trying different bean pastas to make it a little bit healthier, and this also freezes very well. Well, that brings us to the end of yet another video. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and to share it with others. So I think you'll want to stay tuned for the next video. It'll come out in the next week or so. And that is going to talk a little bit about batteries in your RV and how to care for them. And also, we're going to get on the road to California. Until next time, love, Lainie. Hey, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to share it with friends. Thanks!